Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited for today's video because I am going to explore Edinburgh in one day. If you saw one of my previous Eras Tour vlogs, you'll know that I went to Edinburgh to go to the Eras Tour, but I also managed to make it as bookish as possible because Edinburgh is renowned for its bookshops, but also it was the birthplace of Harry Potter. That's why J.K. Rowling wrote the series. And then there's been so many famous authors and things like that have lived in Edinburgh. I think some of my current favourite authors, like Claire Dabley, she moved from Northampton, I think, up to Edinburgh. So many people, so many writers, authors are in Edinburgh, and of course it's famous for the Fringe Festival. And I have done a weekend in Newcastle with my boyfriend because we've gone to the Niall Horan concert. There is a separate vlog for that whole weekend, but because we were here for quite a long time, we took some annual leave. We thought, let's take a day trip up to Edinburgh because the train, I think it's less than 2 hours maybe. It's so close, whereas obviously from London it's a lot longer. And when I went to Edinburgh for the Eras Tour, I just loved it so much. So I want to go back and I want to give it more time and I want to look at more bookshops and do so much exploring in Edinburgh. So I thought I would vlog it, bring you guys along, because Edinburgh should be a top spot. If you are traveling to the UK and you're from outside of the UK, Edinburgh should be on your list, I think, outside of London. I would recommend Bath, Edinburgh, and London, just because they're so picturesque and so nice and so bookish. So I'm really excited to go. Our plans are, we've got a really early train, so I'm filming this intro the day before because our train, we have a Niall Horan concert tonight and our train is at like 8:30 tomorrow morning because it was the cheapest tickets we could get. We are going to struggle, I think, but it'll be fine because I can sleep on the train, I can read, hopefully read as much as possible. So we'll get there and we have quite a late train home, I think also maybe like 8 p.m. So we've got a full day to explore Edinburgh, so I can't wait to vlog and just show you everything. I've got a few bookshops on the list because a romance-only bookshop has opened in Edinburgh really recently. And I believe it's the first romance-only bookshop to have opened in the UK. I will fact check that and let you know if I'm wrong here. And I'm really excited to go and explore that and then go back to Topping & Co. They have one in Bath and there's one in Edinburgh as well. And I went to the Edinburgh one during the Eras Tour vlog, but I loved it so much. I want to go back. I am on a book buying ban. If you've watched any of my old videos, I'm on a book buying ban until I finish my TBR, so I am not buying anything, but I can still go and explore and hopefully have some self-restraint. I also think maybe throughout today I might Google some other bookshops in Edinburgh because I know that there are so many and loads of independent ones as well. I went to the Works before and I wasn't too bothered by it, but I might nip in because they do have a special edition of a Hannah Grace book and I just want to see if they have it because I haven't been able to ever get my hands on like the sprayed edge versions of Hannah Grace's books, but if they have it, I think it will be worse for me because I'll want to buy it, but I will not buy it because I am sticking to this book buying ban and I am behaving myself. So I might also go into Waterstones. They do have a really good Waterstones there, and then there's loads of other independent bookshops, and then we think we're going to do the Harry Potter self-guided walking tour. There's like 12 different stops, one pub you can stop at or cafe. I think it might be a pub actually. They have actual butterbeer, but it's not like the butterbeer that you get at like Warner Brothers studio, which is horrible. This butterbeer is different and it's actually alcoholic, so I'm interested to get my hands on that and let you know if it's good. And then they have things like Tom Riddle's grave, the sort of castle, which is obviously like inspiration for Hogwarts, and the guided tour I've got, I will link it in the description below, but it gives you all of the different information about each stop along the way, so I'm really looking forward to doing that. It says it takes about 2 hours, so obviously we've got enough time. And then there's also lots of independent restaurants as well as bookshops. So we're hoping to get some really good food as well. And I'm also thinking that this deserved its own special vlog outside of my Newcastle vlog because there's just so much to do in Edinburgh, so jam-packed, and I want to give you my full thoughts. And for the train, I'm reading The Ballad of Never After, which is the second book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. I didn't love the first book, I think because I picked it up and I dropped it a lot, so I'm looking forward to spending some good quality time on the train to and from Edinburgh, but also on the train back to London, reading this and getting into it and just getting another book off of my TBR because I've got just over 30 left and I've got a month and maybe a week until I go to New York, so I need to get speeding along. But yeah, I'm really excited to bring you to Edinburgh and I can't wait for tomorrow to get up early to make the train on time and go and explore bookish Edinburgh. So we just got off the train in Edinburgh and now we're doing the Harry Potter walking tour and we're at the first stop, which is the Balmoral Hotel, where J.K. Rowling finished the Deathly Hallows, the last book in the series. We are now at the Edinburgh City Chambers.
Yep.
And J.K. Rowling put a handprint here. Why?
Sorry?
Why?
Because she won outstanding achievements for the city.
There we go. So we're going to go check it out now. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, look, someone's getting married. How cute. We're now heading to the Writers' Museum. And what's in there?
A first edition book of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
So guess where that J.K. Rowling exhibition was? It was back...
the very top floor?
No, it was last here in 2016.
Ow.
So I think we have got an outdated walking tour, but it's fine. I think the weirdest thing is that it's been very J.K. Rowling heavy at the moment. I'd rather it was just about Harry Potter and the characters, so we'll see if the tour focuses more on that. I know the castle is very Hogwarts-esque, so I think we'll get back to just focusing on Harry Potter.
We are here for Harry Potter.
Yeah. We're now walking to the Witch as well, which is Mr. Guided Tour. What?
It was set up to honour all the people that were burnt at the stake for witchcraft. So, yeah, interesting.
We're now at Edinburgh Castle, inspiration for Hogwarts, and they're setting up some seating outside and we're not sure what, but yeah, we're not getting tickets to go inside because we just want to see the outside.
Taking it down, maybe it was the Fringe.
Yeah, it was probably the Fringe Festival. Next stop, Diagon Alley, which is called what street?
Victoria Street.
There we go. I keep saying there we go. I need to stop that.
There
we go. This is the outside of the castle, and this is like giving Quidditch. It's the seats for the Fringe Festival. But it looks like they're set up for Quidditch.
That looks pretty horrible.
We're now at the cemetery where there's a Thomas Riddle grave and there's also a McGonagall one and one other. What was the other one?
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh, Moody.
Yeah?
Which is apparently possibly the inspiration for the names of the characters, but
Rumours.
who knows? We've been walking around for what feels like hours and we can't find them and we can't use maps. Help. We finally found the McGonagall one. And this is the Moody grave. We finally found them all after walking past them multiple times and not realising.
Success never felt so good.
So we went to the museum, which has the chess pieces that were apparently the inspiration for the Philosopher's Stone, chess game at the end. And now we're heading to a school which apparently the towers on it inspired Hogwarts, some parts of Hogwarts, and then after that we're going to go get some butterbeer.
We are flying through to get to the beer place.
Yes.
For midday.
So we got to the doghouse and it was shut. It does open soon, but we are so hungry. We're gonna walk back to the city centre, get a sandwich, and then go book shopping, which is the plan before dinner. day after getting back from Edinburgh late last night around 9 p.m. The trains to and from Newcastle for Edinburgh were so busy, and I don't know why, but we managed to get a seat each time. It was absolutely fine, and we had reservations on the way there, but I can't figure out why the trains are so busy. I've never seen anything like it. There must be something going on. Anyway, it was actually pretty easy, even with busy trains, to get to and from Edinburgh from Newcastle, and we had a jam-packed day. So as you saw, the very first thing we did was the Harry Potter walking tour, because we got off the train and we were like, I feel like stretching our legs. The sun was out, it was really nice. It was like 20 degrees, but it felt way warmer than that. I don't know if it was just being in the city felt hotter, and obviously like walking around and constantly being in the sun. It felt like I was in London. Like normally London is like 5 to 7 degrees warmer. In Newcastle today it's like 15 degrees, but in London it's going to be 27. So like it can even go up to like over 10 degrees difference north and south and north. I don't know what I did with my hands there. The weather was amazing. We ended up doing the walking tour. I will link below the walking tour that we did. We actually did it in reverse, which I 100% recommend, because I think you get a lot of the more condensed stuff right at the start, and it feels like you take a lot off quicker if you do it that way, and then you end up finishing at a pub. We didn't actually go in because it was closed, and by the time we finished that walking tour we were so tired and hungry, and we'd been in the sun. We were like, let's just walk to a cafe, sit in the shade, eat some lunch and just decompress, because we ended up walking like a total of 10 miles yesterday, and we did a lot of walking at the beginning of the day, so we were quite tired come like midday. But it was really nice to do the walking tour. We both really enjoyed it. I'd recommend doing it. I would like have never done a self-guided walking tour before, and now if I go to another city I'm definitely going to try it again. So we did that, and then we wanted to do a bit of book shopping, but we were very conscious of timing, and we actually booked a restaurant on like the Diagon Alley of Edinburgh, which I'd been to before when I went to the Eras tour with my friend, and I loved it so much I wanted to take Tom there. So we had a reservation around like 5:30, so we needed to speed along. So I only managed to get to 2 other bookshops. One was in Leith, because I wanted to show Tom Leith, because it's sort of, I think it's north of Edinburgh. It's still in the city centre. You can get on the tram to go there, but I knew he would like that area, so I wanted to show it to him, and they had an independent bookshop near there, so we ended up going into that one. And before that we went to the romance only bookshop, which I think is the first romance only bookshop in the UK to open up, and it was really cute. I loved it. It's small, but it's got so much, like it's all you need. Like the size was perfect, and on a Saturday it wasn't like horrifically busy. They do have a sign outside that say if it's busy queue outside and they'll let you in, but we could just walk straight in. We went there afterwards, like after doing the walking tour and having lunch, went to that bookshop. I like felt so sad that I couldn't buy anything. Like I really wanted to. I do want to get a new book sleeve, and I was like, okay, if one of these independent bookshops has a book sleeve, I will buy it, because mine's quite old. They didn't have anything, so we left. I was really sad not to buy anything, but I would definitely go back there. And Tom and I absolutely love Edinburgh. We've always said we'd love to live there one day, like even just for like 6 months to a year. So I will of course be back. It won't be my last time going there, and when I'm off my book buying ban I will buy something. And then we went to Leith, and there's another bookshop just outside of there. I'll put the name of it here because I can't remember it off the top of my head, but it has a cafe and a bookshop. Again, I was so sad not to buy anything, but it was huge. They had like a really nice community notice board. Both of those bookshops actually had community notice boards, which were really nice. Like I just love that idea. And Tom and I were looking at them, and one of them had like a writer's retreat advertised, and so I've like taken a picture of it because I'd love to do that one day, but I'm kind of too scared to do it. I don't know why, but I think a writing retreat would definitely be on my bucket list in the like short-term future. So we did those bookshops, and we went to the restaurant, and then we headed home. But very cute, I haven't broken my book buying ban, but Tom did get me a book at the end of, while we were waiting for our train, there's like a W.H. Smith bookshop. And he got me the first book of Harry Potter, because I've of course read it. I've read it multiple times, but I haven't read it for such a long time. I read it more when I was a kid, and we wanted something to like memorialise going to the Harry Potter walking tour and going to Edinburgh, because obviously it's the birthplace of Harry Potter. So yeah, he got me this, which was really nice of him. We did actually nip around going to like the works, and we didn't go to Waterstones, and we couldn't manage to go to Topping & Co. I really wanted to go, but we just didn't have enough time. We were so busy. And I'm glad we spent longer on the walking tour, because I can go to the bookshops again. I've already been to Topping & Co. when I went to the Eras tour. I also already went to Waterstones when we went to the Eras tour as well. So I did 2 bookshops that I haven't done before. Nipped into the works. They didn't have the sprayed edge book of the Hannah Grace new release, but they didn't really have much, but they had much better selection than when I went in last time at the Eras tour. I don't know if it's because I'm on a book buying ban, so everything feels more new to me, I don't know, but yeah, it felt like they had more selection. And then I'm really glad we ticked off 2 different bookshops in Edinburgh. I had the absolute best time. I loved Edinburgh. I'm exhausted now. I'm getting on the train back to London today. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you have been to Edinburgh and you have recommend any other bookshops, because I only scratched the surface, so if you know of any others, there are tons in the city, put them in the comments, let me know, because I'll definitely add them to my list the next time I go. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.